In this video, I'm going to be sharing a step-by-step process on how you can submit a spouse visa application. If you are married to a British citizen or someone who has indefinite leave to remain, or perhaps your partner is a British citizen or has indefinite leave to remain, then this particular application is for you. I'm going to share how I completed my own application so that you can also follow suit. You would be able to know all the questions that are likely to pop up when you fill your application. It's good for you to prepare very well for this particular application because the rules are quite different from other visa application. Number one, you need your pay slips. You need a lot of evidence of living together. There are so many things that are required. So I feel it's so important for you to prepare by knowing what questions will pop up, what documents you need as evidence, so that when you're submitting yours, you won't be stressed like I had in mine. I was so stressed. Anyway, if you're meeting me for the first time, my name is Cynthia. I share information that will help your transition abroad to be as smooth as possible. I share information about settling, working, or studying in the UK. If you're interested in doing any of these, you want to settle down in the UK, then this is the channel for you to subscribe to. Just click on the subscribe button and turn on your notifications so that each time I drop a new video, you know that it's time to watch Cynthia Academy. And without wasting time, let's get into this video. First, you just Google Family Visa UK and you look for the government websites. Just keep scrolling down. You can see the government website, Family Visas, apply, extend, or switch. Click on apply as a partner or spouse. And then when you click on it, this page opens. Scroll down. You can see that it explains that your partner must either be a British or Irish citizen or someone that hasn't definitely leave to remain. Make sure you check out the lists there so that you are applying for something you qualify for. Now it says what you will need to prove. You must be able to prove one of the following. You are in a civil partnership or marriage that is recognized in the UK. And you have been living together with your partner in a relationship for at least 2 years. Now let's just check out the knowledge of English because it's one of the requirements. When you click on that, scroll down, you can see that some people are exempted from proving their knowledge of English. Now just read this page thoroughly. On the other hand, if you have a degree outside the UK, you can verify it using the ECCTIS there. Now let's just come back here and check financial requirements. The financial requirement now is £29,000 a year. Your sponsor has to be earning up to that. Note that you can only combine your income only if you're applying for an extension of the spouse visa, or if the applicant is already in the UK. Maybe the person is a student that wants to switch to a spouse visa and the person has an income already. Love is expensive, guys. Okay, let's just go back to this application and let me show you a step-by-step process on how to complete it. Remember that you have to apply for your children, and there are so many things you need to read about here. I don't want us to spend a lot of time, but to prove your relationship, you have to send evidence that is less than 4 years old, and there are some particular documents that you can use. You can't use everything. It must come from the government, a bank, landlord, utility provider, or a medical professional. But there are some cases where they can accept an exemption. Just read everything here. Make sure that every document you're providing is in line with that. It's always good to provide documents that both of you have a name on that document. Maybe there's a bill that both of you pay. It's always good to pay attention to this so that you don't have any problems. Remember that sometimes banks take 7 days or more to send that statement to your house, so make sure that you get it on time. Now, also note that if you don't live together, there are some requirements. Read whatever they have here. When you apply the initial time, they'll give you for 2 years and 9 months. Then the second time, they will extend it for 2 years and 6 months. Get ready to take a screenshot of the visa fees. If you're applying from outside the UK, here it is. And now inside the UK, here it is. Here are the IHS fees for adults and children. Now, depending on the duration of your visa, this is what you're going to pay. Right now, let's start by you must apply online in the UK. Click on that. That is for those people in the UK. If you are not in the UK, you click that you are outside the UK. When this page opens, read everything thoroughly. Remember that your e-visa application is going to be incorporated in this particular application process. It used to be a BRP, but now we are dealing with e-visas, so that's fine anyway. Now, to start this application, we click on apply now. When this page opens, I need you to pay attention to the different sections.
There are a total of 7 sections here. Start application, finance, documents. We also have declaration, pay, and further actions. So these are the complete sections we'll start. We'll start with your location. Are you currently in the UK? You answer yes or no. For me, it's yes. Next question. Do you currently have an application with the Home Office for leave to remain for which you have not received a decision? You answer this question correctly, yes or no. Save and continue to the next page. Basis of your application, your relationship or private life is the basis of your application to remain in the UK. What is your relationship to the person you're applying to remain with in the UK? Your partner, you select partner and click on continue. Your current visa or leave to remain, you select the one that really applies to you. Is your current entry, clearance, or leave to remain as the partner of one of the following? So if you click on yes, the next thing is, were you originally granted leave on the basis of an application made before 9th of July 2012 as a partner on the family route? No. So the next one is register an email. You provide an email. You would also need to create a password, provide it in the box down there. They will send a link to your email, so you click on that link to access this place. Then you can now provide your password that you created in this box here, sign in, and that's how you go about it. Continue. Register email address. Who is submitting this application? So it's the applicant, because I'm the one submitting the application. Now the next one is immigration advisor. Do you have an immigration advisor based in the UK? I said no, I was doing myself. So it's your duty to give all reasons for stay in the UK. You tick the box. I understand I must provide all reasons for wanting to stay in the UK on this application, and will do so. So tick it and click on save and continue. Make sure all your answers are correct. Then you move to the second stage, which is application. Now, this is what it looks like. Answer questions about this applicant. You provide your title, your given names, first name and middle name, and your surname. This page is asking if you have any other name apart from the ones you provided. If you click yes, then you have to provide that name. But if you click on no, then you can move to the next page. It now says contact email. Now, is this your contact email? You say yes and save and continue to the next page. I'm just blurring out my sensitive information. Now you provide your telephone number. If you don't want them to contact you, you can tick that box. I cannot be contacted by telephone. Tick whether it's for whilst you are in the UK or outside the UK. Now, postal address. You provide your UK postal address. Find your UK address. Then next one is your gender. Then answer the question, what is your relationship status? Now, after that, you click on save and continue to the next page. On this next page, your nationality, your country of birth, place of birth, date of birth, provide all these details here as it appears on your passport. It now says, do you have a valid passport? Say yes. Then you provide your passport number, issuing authority, issue date, day, month, and year, and expiry date, day, month, or year. Confirm you can provide this passport. You tick it if you have it. Save and continue to the next page. Your identity card. Do you have a valid national identity card? Yes or no. Answer correctly, and then we move to the next page. Do you have a current UK visa, entry, clearance, or grant of leave? If you say yes, it says what UK visa, entry, clearance, or grant leave do you have? You type it in that box, save and continue to the next page. Your current visa or leave to remain, you provide the start date of your current visa and or leave to remain, and the end date of your current visa or leave to remain, day, month, and year. Now you click on save and continue to the next page. Your current permission to be in the UK. What type of visa or leave to remain or other permission do you have to be in the UK? Choose the right option. Then you move to the next page. It says, on what basis do you apply for your current visa, leave to remain, or other permission? You choose as a partner of a British citizen if that's the option for you. Now you click on save and continue to the next page. Time lived in the UK. How long have you lived in the UK? Put the years and the month, and then you save and continue. Time spent outside the UK. Have you been out of the UK since you started living here? If it's yes, you click on yes. Details of time spent outside the UK. You provide your date you left the UK and the date you returned into the UK. All these things are very important. And you also provide a reason for the period of absence. It should not be more than 500 characters. You can add as many opportunities or times you spent outside the UK as you can. Save and continue. Now, other countries you have lived in. Have you previously lived in a country outside the UK, including your country of birth? If it's yes, you provide the details. Now, this is other countries you've lived in. So you fill in this particular aspect, the country you lived in, the date you lived there from, day, month, and year, and the date you lived there to. So after that, we have your friends or family. What friends or family do you have in the country where you were born and or any other country whose nationality you hold? So you have to provide their names, relationship to them, and where they live. Now, leaving the UK, if you were required to leave the UK, what country would you go to? You provide the name of the country. Are there any factors that would make it difficult or impossible for you to integrate or establish a private life in that country? If it's yes, then you give your reasons in the box. Remember, 1,000 characters are expected, and then you tick that you're going to provide evidence to support my claim. It would be difficult to or impossible to integrate and establish a private life outside the UK. So you remember you have to provide that evidence. Next is biometric residence permit. Do you have a biometric residence permit? If you say yes, that you have one, they would ask you for the details. So you enter your permit number. Remember that you're going to do that for e-visa here. So they asked for your national insurance number. You do that. Next one is English language degree taught in English. If you have any degree taught in English, you say yes. Provide the country your degree was taught in and you save. What will you use to prove your degree taught in English? So you provide, I'll just say degree and then save. How you entered the UK? How did you enter the UK? I was granted temporary admission. I entered the UK legally. You answer the questions, you provide details. Next is immigration history for either the UK or any other country you have ever been in. Have you ever been refused visa? If it's yes, you provide the details. Details of an immigration problem. Give details of what happened. So what type of situation I was refused, I was deported, I was removed, or whatever it is, just provide it and provide the country. When did the immigration problem happen? You provide the month and the year. Other immigration problems. Do you have any more immigration problems for either the UK or any other country to declare? If it's yes, you provide it. If you were convicted, you provide it. War crimes, answer that. Next one is terrorist activities. You answer that one. Terrorist organizations, you answer that one. Terrorist views, you answer that one. Person of good character, then your home office reference number. If you have ever made a visa application in the past, just provide that reference number in the box down there and save and continue. Your current partner, what is the name of your current partner? You provide title, given names, family name, and then you click on save and continue to the next page. Is your partner known by another name? If it's yes or no, just answer it correctly. Date of birth and nationality of your partner, country of nationality, day, month, and year. So you save and continue to the next page. National insurance number for your partner, you provide that. What is your relationship to your partner? So if you tick that is its spouse, they would ask you to provide a marriage certificate. You click on save and continue. Is your partner currently residing in the UK? Yes or no? Next is partner's basis for living in the UK. How long have they had British citizenship? So you answer correctly. Now you have to provide and confirm that you're going to provide the evidence of your partner's immigration status in the UK. Is a very important option. Read everything here anyway. Just read everything here. Save and continue. Partner's location. Will your partner be in the UK on the date of application? Yes or no? Next one, it says, is this the first time you have applied for a partner route or an extension with your current partner? So you answer yes or no. Yeah, straightforward answer there. And then reason for extension. You have to check all these options here. I don't know what pertains to you. And then save and continue to the next page. So for this is previous partners. If you've had previous partners, you have to answer yes or no. And then, do you have any children? You answer that, under 18. And are all of your children applying with you on this application? No. Why are all your children not applying with you as part of the application? So you provide reasons why your child would not be applying with you. And then, child not applying, you have to provide the names of your child's nationality, date of birth, country of birth, place of birth, and gender of your child here. And then, what is their relationship status? Then you provide that. Then, parent responsibility for, that's the name of your child, is here now. Provide details of the role you take in your child's upbringing, including details of your parental responsibility. Do you pay for their childcare? Do you dress them up for school? Do you, all the activities you do for your child, just list them here. Next is your child's passport. Do they have a passport or a copy of the information of their photo page? If yes, you provide it here. Passport number, place of issue, issue date, expiry date. Answer the question, do they have a passport or a copy of the information on the photo page? Yes or no. Now, the next one is your child's living arrangements. Who does your child normally live with? You or your partner, or both of you? So you answer correctly. Language is spoken by your child. What languages can your child speak? You provide that. What of your child's extended family? Does this child have extended family in the UK? If it's yes, then provide the list of all the people that your child is related to. If you left the UK, do you and your children have family or friends in the country you would return to? You say yes, then you provide details of these family and friends, for example, their names, relationship to the child, and where they live. Next question is, was your child born in the UK? Yes or no. Other countries your child has visited. Who is your child's other parent? The name of your partner, your sponsor, will appear here. You choose the right option. I confirm I'll provide evidence of where my child's other parent lives, such as utility bills. So you tick the option, and your child's birth certificate. Then you click on save and continue. Other person with parental responsibility. Does anyone else have parental responsibility? If you say yes, financial responsibility. Who is financially responsible for your child? Tick all boxes that apply. Next is, would you like to provide any other information about your child? If it's yes, you provide the details there. Next option, do you have any other non-applying children? If you say yes, you provide their details. Now it's about your spouse's name, previous partners, you do so. And next is your spouse's children not applying on this application. You provide that detail there. So partners, other financial dependents. Is your partner financially responsible for supporting anyone you have not already provided their details? You answer that. Next question, have you met your partner? If you say yes, how did you first meet your partner? When did your relationship begin? Provide the month and the year. Where did you first meet your current partner? You provide the location. You provide all the languages you speak, and then you provide all the languages your partner speaks. Then we go to languages you and your partner use to communicate. You do that. Shared financial responsibilities. Yes, then you provide all the responsibilities that you each pay, per month. Now, physical and mental conditions. Do you or your partner have any physical or mental conditions which require at-home personal care or medical care? Do you or your partner have any learning disabilities? Now, living with your partner, do you and your partner currently live together? If yes, when did you start living together, month and year? Where have you lived together? You provide all the details, the addresses here. I confirm I will provide items of correspondence addressed to the address or your home address, and at the same address as evidence you have been living together since your last grant of leave in the category. Remember that everything is now within the last 4 years. Prepare yourself for that. If you and your partner live with relatives or friends, then you have to provide evidence and tick it that I confirm I will provide the letter from the relatives and friends. Next question is, have you lived with your partner continuously for 2 years? If you say yes. Next one is, are you and your partner married in a civil partnership? If you say yes. Now, When did you marry or enter a civil partnership? You provide the date, day, month, and year. Where did you marry or enter a civil partnership? What type of ceremony was your wedding or civil partnership? Next question is or was this an arranged marriage? Now, living with your partner, have you lived with your partner since your marriage or civil partnership? You say yes or no, you answer. Then provide details of any periods where you have not lived together in the column down there. Save and continue to the next page. Now, on this next page, what you're going to provide is, have you lived anywhere other than your current address during the past 2 years that you have not already entered in the application? Do you intend to live with your partner permanently in the United Kingdom? Next one is, where do you plan to live together in the UK? Now, could you or your partner live together outside the UK if necessary? Please explain why you or your partner cannot live outside the UK. Are you related to your partner before you became partners? So you respond to this, then you check all your answers, make sure everything is correct. And once you are done with this particular stage, you will enter the next section, which is the finance section. You can add an additional applicant. Finance, it says, does your partner currently receive any of these benefits? Go through them. If there's any one of them that you receive, just tick the right options. Now, the next one is your partner currently sponsoring any additional child? Yes or no? On this page is your financial requirement. So you have to use the calculator to check it out. Remember, it's £29,000 that you have to meet. If you first applied as a partner before 11th of April 2024, that is when you might need to provide additional income for your children. The minimum income is 18,600. But if it's after 11th of April 2024, then you don't need to provide additional income for your dependents. Now, the next one is select income types. What type of income will you rely on to meet the financial requirement? There are some incomes that can be combined here. If you want to use cash savings, I have a video up here that explains that. Now, the next one is add employment income for, your partner. You can add the ones and save and continue. What is their current job title? You do that. Is it permanent or temporary? When did the current employment begin? Day, month, and year. This is the aspect which you have to select carefully because it could tell you to provide 12 months pay slip. Now, the next one, it says, have they been employed by the same employer for the last 6 months prior to the date of application? If you say yes, now what is their annual income? You provide that. Current employment details, name of the employer, company address, town, city, province, or state. Provide the country, the company phone number, company email address. On the next page, do you want to add a previous job from within the last 12 months? If you say yes, then you have to fill in the same details similar to the one we just filled in now. So after completing everything, save and continue to the next page. Evidence required. I will provide all of the following documents as evidence. Check out the video up here for a comprehensive list of the documents I provided. Now, the next one is cash savings. Add cash savings in the name of and solely in the control of, you tick whether it's yours or your partner's name. Then you click on save and continue to the next page. Now, on this next page, they're going to ask you, based on the name you've provided, savings account, when was this account opened? You provide the month and the year. Now, what amount of savings are held in the account in GBP? Now, Great British Pounds. So you do that. And remember, it has to be held for at least 6 months, not that, it's 28 days like that of skilled worker visa. Now, what name is the account held under? What is the account number, name of the bank or building society? I will provide the following evidence of this account: your personal bank statements, very important, a declaration by the account holder of the sources of the cash savings. Next page, do you own or rent your home? If you own or rent, you answer how much mortgage do you pay each month if you own it. And then you say I rent or neither. Just respond to all this, but you have to provide evidence of monthly house costs for the accommodation, and you also have to provide evidence of council tax costs for the accommodation in the UK where you live or will live. Now, save and continue to the next page. Then you have to provide the number of rooms in your house, the bedrooms, other rooms, Does anyone other than your partner and children live at the property? Now, the next thing is, do you or any of your dependents own any property, or do you or your dependents have any business interests outside the UK? You answer correctly. Next question is, are there any other income sources you would like to include towards maintenance? If it's yes, you provide the answer. Then check all your answers. Make sure everything is correct. You can actually change it or remove some things here. Just check every single thing properly. And if you feel that it is correct, remember, do not forget to subscribe. I'm building a library of visa applications so that you can be able to do these things yourself. Yeah. And then you click on continue to the next page. Now it's document sections. Other information about your children. Would your children be affected if your application was refused? You say yes, provide details of how your children will be affected. 500 characters required. Now you check your answers. This also includes a document checklist. So you check everything. There are mandatory documents. Without it, your visa would not be approved. My document checklist is in this video up here. Now, declaration, it says verification consent. So you download that document, you sign it, that's what you do. And then the next one is to pay for your IHS fees. I've shown you the cost for IHS fees. Just take a screenshot of this page and save it with you. Now we go to continue, and then declaration, confirm that to your best of knowledge and understanding, all the information is true. Click on I agree. Then you pay for your IHS fees. After that, you can now move forward to this other page where you're going to book, your biometrics. So further actions you must complete. Just download all these forms, the consent form and everything, but book your appointments for biometrics. You can also use your UK, ID check app. Nowadays, you don't need to go to biometric center. You can pay for your visa fees while booking for your biometrics appointments. Watch this next video if you want to apply for your e-visa with your passport. Don't forget to subscribe, give me a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video.